the essence of the eternal divine spirit, the one that causes all that exists to exist, the one that is self-existent.
How many men have children and the children never meet their father? See, you created a void in that child because you are a part of that child.
Black power! Black power!
Black power!
Black power!
Black power!
Are you feeling fatigued and can barely make it through the day without some type of caffeine?
Are you on a journey of healing your body but need a little help?
Then alkaline water is what you really need.
Alkaline water has many benefits. Alkaline water can help restore pH balance in the body. Consuming beverages such as soda and coffee can make your body acidic.
Did you know that too much acid in your body has been linked to an anemia, heart disease, obesity, diabetes, autoimmune disease, chronic pain, and other chronic conditions like gout and arthritis?
Those who use alkaline water have reported increased energy levels, clearer skin, reduction in inflammation, better digestion, and many other health benefits. I've used alkaline water for years, and it's been instrumental in sustaining my health when I was diagnosed with sarcoidosis.
Are you ready to take responsibility for your body's health?
If the answer is yes, then our alkaline water is just what you need. Bring your own bottles. It's only $3 for each gallon. To place an order or for more information, you can reach us at 773-846-3091. Thank you in advance for your support.
Hi, my name is Sister Ebony Stevenson. I am your announcer for today. Welcome to the Toma Nation's weekly Sunday worship service from 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. every Sunday at 616 East 71st Street here in Chicago, Illinois, and also live on Facebook. If you would like more information, you can reach us at www.facebook.com/TomaNation2 or give us a call at 773-952-8302. Now I am going to recite our opening. In the name of the eternal divine spirit, the one that causes all that exists to exist, the one that is self-existent, the one who directs the sunships of millions and trillions of years, and the one who made time the seed of the universe, known among the ancient Kemites or Egyptians as Amun-Ra and Aten, among the Hebrews as Ansar, Yahweh, and Elohim, among the Christians as Lord, God, and Jehovah, among the Muslims and Islamic world as Allah, the one God, among the Rastafarians as Jah, Rastafari, among the Yoruba tribes of West Africa as Odumare, Eshu, and many other Orisha names. I bear witness that all these names refer to the same one, Almighty Spirit, and it is to that essence which I give reverence and to whom I submit. I boldly proclaim that we, the descendants of those black men and women who survived the transatlantic slave trade, are the Lost 13 tribe, born in North America and are of a Nubian Kemetic lineage. I further proclaim that the blood of all the nations of the earth flows through our veins. I greet you in the ancient but holy words of peace, Hotep, Shalom, Assalamu alaikum, Habaragani, Alafia, and Ashe. Now I am going to recite the 13 points of what we believe and know. Number 1. We believe and know that we are not to repeat the mistakes of the past prophets and messengers of the Almighty Creator of the heavens and earth. Number 2. We believe and know that we can only establish an economic base through the application of the knowledge of self and the incorporation of the ideologies of the Honorable Marcus Garvey, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, Mahatma Gandhi, and Ben Ami. Number 3. We believe and know that the prophets and messengers of the Holy Bible, the Holy Quran, and the Kemetic Holy Books were all black. Number 4, we believe and know that Jesus Christ of 2,000 years was and is a black man. Number 5, we believe and know that the knowledge of the Almighty Creator goes beyond books written by the prophets and messengers of the Almighty Creator. Number 6, we believe and know that in order to promote and coordinate unity, we must first recognize and accept the uniqueness of being able to worship our Creator, regardless of religious denomination, name, title, ritual, particular dress, or holy book, as long as it recognizes the Almighty Creator of the heavens, earth, and the universe as supreme. Number 7, we believe and know that it is impossible to tell the truth without exposing the wicked governments of the world. Number 8, we believe and know that the United States government, in collaboration with other European nations, have a denial objective to exterminate dark-skinned people of color off the earth through the act of genocide. Number 9, we believe and know that some of the most effective methods that are being used today are AIDS, birth control, alcohol and drug abuse, vaccinations, gang and domestic violence, systematic elimination of trauma centers, the public school system, and public aid within the black communities of America and the world. Number 10, we believe and know that the last trick that Satan is playing on us is the dividing of us by our religious differences, religious gangbanging. Number 11, we believe and know that the conflict between the various religions are comparable to the conflict between various street gangs within the inner cities of America. Number 12, we believe and know that the war on drugs and gangs is a diabolical plot to disarm the black community of weapons, break up the black family, withdraw our constitutional rights, also kill and incarcerate young black males under the undercover code name April 2029. And number 13, we believe and know that every letter, shape, sound, and numerical value contains esoteric information that completely transcends the specific contextual meaning of the word. Our purpose: to bring about the growth of a righteous community in accordance with the laws of the Creator of the universe, under the leadership and guidance of Brother Minister Raheem Quasad Otten, to provide solutions to the social and economic ills that plague the communities of urban America. Our goal: to re-educate and retrain youth and young adults to develop positive moral values as an alternative to delinquent behaviors, because you can't rebuild a community and not rebuild the minds of the residents of the community to meet the responsibilities of maintaining the community's image. Our mission: to enhance the economic development of our communities by establishing businesses, real and personal properties, thereby creating jobs and/or entrepreneurship training programs that will reverse the concept of leaving the community to buying back the community. Our motto: let your light so shine before men that they shall see your good works and glorify your Father which is in heaven. Matthew 5:16. Now we're going to recite our salute to the red, black, and green flag. Everyone put your right fist in the air and repeat after me. Here's to this flag of mine, the red, black, and green. Hopes in its future bright, Africa has seen. Here's to the red of it, great nations shall know of it. In time to come, red blood shall flow of it. Historians shall write of it, this flag of mine. Here's to the black of it, 400 million's back of it, whose destiny depends on it. The red, black, and green of it, oh flag of mine. Here's to the green of it, young men and women shall dream of it, face shots and shells for it, maidens shall sing of it, waving so high. Here's to the whole of it, colors bright and pole of it, pleased is my soul with it, regardless of what is told of it. Thanks to God for giving it, this great flag of mine. Please keep your right fist raised high in the air as we sing our Black National Anthem. Black power, black power, black power. Black power is the power to define, develop, and defend that which is in the best interest of Black people.
The universe. Known among the ancient Kemites or Egyptians as Amun-Ra and Aten, among the Hebrews as Ansar, Yahweh, Elohim, among the Christians as Lord, God, and Jehovah, among the Muslims in the Islamic world as Allah, the one God, among the Rastafarians as Jah, Rastafari, among the Yoruba tribe as Olodumare, Obatala, and many other Orisha gods. I bear witness that all of those names refer to the same one, Almighty God. And it's to him whom I give reverence and to whom I submit. I boldly proclaim that we, those children of those Black men and women who survived the transatlantic slave trade out at Lost 13 tribe, born here in North America, and that we are of the Nubian Kemetic lineage. I further proclaim that the blood of all the nations of the world flow through our veins. I greet you all in ancient but yet holy words of peace in the languages of our fathers, of Hotep, Shalom, Assalamu alaikum, Barakani, Lafiyah, Ashe. All greetings and salutations of peace in the many different languages of our fathers. I greet you in peace.
Peace.
Welcome, welcome to Toma Nation, aka Temple of Mercy Association. I am Brother Minister Raheem Kassed Aten, founder of this great movement, along with our co-founder, Minister Omari Jahi Aten, and the First Lady of this movement, Sister Makita Aisha Aten. We are an all-inclusive, Black conscious, righteous movement dedicated to the upliftment of our people in the hellholes of North America first, and then the rest of the world. Today, I'm going to talk to you not about Black history, but about Black heritage. You know, I believe when we deal with our heritage, we can dig a little deeper than just our historical reference of us being here, but more so in our heritage truly placing us where we're supposed to be in history as it pertains to other cultures and other ethnic groups. And, you know, usually in our history, a lot of people can use terminologies that we use historically to try to connect themselves to us in a certain kind of way, such as, maybe you all didn't know, but such as Elon Musk being an African American. See, that's inside of Black history. But see, Elon Musk can't be a part of our heritage because that's our birthright. And when you're dealing with your birthright as any ethnic group, it places you somewhere in your very beginning. And our birthright don't place us in Africa per se, but it's a more of a world birthright. The planet itself is our birthright. The planet itself is our heritage. If we came with the earth, then the planet itself is our heritage. You see what I'm saying? And no other nationality or race can claim our heritage. See, because when we came with the earth, there were no other nationalities. There were no Asians. There were no Hispanics. There were no white people. It was just us. So I'm claiming Black Heritage Month to begin with, but I'm also claiming Black Heritage 365. That's 365 days of the year. And the reason why is because if we were, and this is the honest to God truth, to look at all of our inventions, and we were to give the history of each one of those people, do you know how long we would be on just that? More than 30 minutes, more than an hour, be a minute. So we're talking about Black Heritage Month, but yet at the same time, we know that that little bit of time is next to impossible for us to truly tell our entire heritage. So I just want to start with a few things, and as you all know, we deal with different books in different months that we call our prescribed readings. And if you've been with us a while, you know that one of our books happens to be The Stolen Legacy by George G.M. James, and the other book is a book called The Hosea, which are holy scriptures inside of that book, but compiled and put together by a great historian by the name of Maulana Karenga, who also happens to be the founder of our Kwanzaa experience. But yet one other book that we have, and it's called Nile Valley Contributions to Civilization. And the author of that book, which I have that book with me today, is Anthony T. Browder. You can go on YouTube and put the name of this book and the name of this author, and you will get lectures that he gave before he put the book out. So you will get the gist of what is really inside of this book. This is a great book that deals with our history over in Africa before we got here and when we got here. And it shows again how the Caucasian and others have taken from our heritage, our history, and rewrote it and made everybody think that it was them and that it came from them. Whatever part that is good, whatever part that helped them to build America, to build different edifices and places and structures in the world, they kind of want to relate it to themselves. The Washington Monument, which represents an obelisk, and we can show many of those obelisks in ancient Kemet, which is the name, the true name of Egypt. So, you know, even the pillars and all that you see when you go into a museum here in Chicago, the Natural History Museum, you see two or three pillars like these on each side, you know. But see, even in that, the technology for that type of a structure came from ancient Kemet, ancient Egypt. So we're saying that our legacy may be stolen, but you can't steal our heritage. You can't steal our heritage. See, heritage, the definition, something that comes or belongs to one by reason of birth. Birth. It's an inheritance. The right of inheritance. It could be any property. It could be, but especially land. Something that you inherit at birth. See? And so we can break it down into individuals, but as a people, we inherited the earth. This is what the Creator gave our forefathers, this planet. But it was kind of, you know, that's a long story too, taken from us. But that doesn't mean it's not our inheritance because it was taken from us. And because we came directly from God and he called us his children and him being our father, in the book of Romans 8:16 and 17, it says, the Spirit itself, listen at that, bears witness with our spirit. And what is that? That we are the children of God. And if children, watch this, then heirs. Heirs of God. But not only heirs, brothers and sisters, but joint heirs with Christ. That means together with Christ, together with the one y'all call Jesus. See? And so it says, if so be then that we suffer with him, that we may also be glorified together with him. Look at that. Now, common sense says, and this is the part Christians don't want to hear, but if you want to get our heritage right, let's get it right. You cannot be an heir to a throne as far as a position unless you're a sibling. That's normally how it is. Not a cousin, not an auntie, not an uncle, but by right, siblings. Now it goes further than that if you didn't have any siblings. You know, if the mother or father didn't just had you, or they didn't have any, then I think some kind of way it goes through a process, how an uncle or somebody can come in, but most times they really push that if you the king or the queen, you're gonna have some children. You know, I ain't never heard of a hierarchy where they were children. Maybe y'all look that up. I'd like to see, to be able to tell that there was a king or queen on the throne and they didn't have any children. I don't know about that. But please let me know, because I would love to let our people know that. But by right, it's siblings. So now, if they're telling you that we are joint heirs with Christ to the throne, wouldn't that make Jesus more of our brother than God? Think about that. And this is why you hear me say Jesus is my brother. And I'll go deeper one day this week. I'm really thinking about coming on live again a couple of more times this week just to show you what I mean by Jesus being our brother. Yeshua being our brother. So I'm going to give you one more scripture, but I'm going to keep going, brother and sister. Also, I want you to know that we're going to go for at least 1 hour today. We normally do 30 minutes, but we're going to go at least 1 hour. In Psalms 82, I gave you the New Testament. I'm giving you the Old. Psalms 82, verse 6 and 7 says, I have said, ye are gods, and all of you are children of the Most High. Now, for those naysayers out there who's saying, man, that could be talking about anybody. They could be talking about white man or this man. I say, well, you know, we are an all-inclusive black conscious righteous movement. That means everything that I do from this podium is for the benefit of black people. 100. Because we stand on the shoulders of the Honorable Marcus Mosiah Garvey when he said race first. And we believe in that 100%, knowing in our hearts and from our own study that every other nationality on the planet practices a race first philosophy. We're not saying that is wrong. We're saying that is 100% right. How you gonna not push your own nationality, your own people, your own stuff first, and you go for everybody else before you do your own self? No, race first. So brothers and sisters, this lecture is race first. Now, can any other people hear it? Sure. Sure. We ain't gonna deny you from hearing it. I just want you to know where we stand. And that's race first. So, it says, ye are gods, and all of you are children of the Most High. Now, for a little history, before I go a little deep into what I want to talk about, I want you to know about some of the info that you will get upon reading this book. Just some of it that you might know. And I wrote it down out of the book, so I didn't have to open it up and read it. Here's some history. Johann Friedrich Lumbach, a professor at Göttingen University, invented the doctrine of racial inferiority in 1795. That means we were already slaves. He also invented the term, this is the inventor of this term, Caucasian. Don't forget that. In 1882, Liberia was created, carved out in Africa, to provide a homeland for free black slaves. Liberia was derived from the Latin word liber, which means free. Liberia was created by, you all probably didn't know this, America. America created Liberia, and it was supposed to be for free slaves. Now, let's go back, roll it back, and let's get the truth. Marcus Garvey, the Honorable Marcus Mosiah Garvey, was pushing for that land over there to be the land for blacks here in America that wanted to go back to the homeland or the motherland. And he never said that he was trying to take all blacks back to Africa. He was giving us a choice. Those who want to go back to the motherland, I'm negotiating with a country, Liberia. And those who want to stay, you can stay right here in America. So when he spoke to the Liberian government, they were going to open that door and let it happen. Meanwhile, America, over here in Liberia, doing what they do everywhere else on the planet, usurping, taking over, controlling, and colonizing, and all of the things that the white man does, he was doing. And they convinced the government not to let Garvey over or any of his people. When they claimed their sovereignty on that land, not black people, when white people claimed their sovereignty among blacks, that's deep, among the blacks. They did it in South Africa. 4 million of them controlling damn near 30 million or more Africans. I don't know exactly how many. That's why I said or more. Claim their sovereignty. And Elon Musk, his family came from Canada to South Africa in 1948 at the beginning of apartheid. And if you all don't know what apartheid is, look it up. It was similar to slavery and what we experienced during what they call Jim Crow or civil rights and all that. It was basically the same thing going on. But that's not my subject right now. So I want you to understand, and I want everyone who's under the sound of my voice to go and look up, Google or whatever, anything you can find on the Honorable Marcus Mosiah Garvey. Because you will see that if you want to escape what is coming on America in these next 4 years, you better read that book. You better read that book. It's called Philosophies and Opinion of Marcus Garvey. Then he has another book. It's called Race First. Get it? According to the Quran, it says, flee to the bosom of a lion once. I'm saying flee to find out the knowledge and the information of who the Honorable Marcus Mosiah Garvey is and what his philosophy was and what he had, what God had given him for us. We got to do it. Let me read a little more. It's all what I'm reading. When I'm reading something, this is what I got from Nile Valley. So Liberia was created by America. They have the red, white, and blue flag with one star instead of 50 stars. So it's one star and stripes. Its governmental structure was molded after the United States system of government. Brothers and sisters, you got the NAACP, which was founded in 1909 by a Jewish person, not by a black man. But he had sense enough to let it be ran by a black man. I believe the first one was W.E.B. Du Bois. If I'm wrong, y'all just raise your hand and let me know. W.E.B. Du Bois was a high yellow black man. I'm being specific for a reason. I'm not trying to separate us by color, but because this Caucasian used our shade, light, dark, brown, and whatever, in order to make his picks as to who's gonna be the closest by him. In his world, he chose the high yellow, close to mulatto type of people that he will give the highest paying jobs. You see, even on the plantation, when he created officers to watch the slaves, you would see high yellow black people on the horses with rifles, riding through the plantation, making sure the slaves stayed in their place. They had those jobs. And then they would get real dark-skinned people, put them in the kitchen. But the ones who clean up the house, they'll be a little lighter. You know, they know what they were doing. Look, am I talking about 2025 or am I talking about 1700? I want you all to think about that. Some of you all who voted for Trump to make America great again. Everything Trump has done in his first 8 days in office is designed to make America, let me take it back. It's designed to make white America great again. White America great again. Not you, fool. NAACP was founded in 1909, and the majority of the members of NAACP were high yellow. I'm telling you this because I'm trying to show you why Garvey had such a hard time. Marcus Garvey was real dark, and most of his members were. But yet, they were saying that he, when I say they, NAACP founder W.E.B. Du Bois was saying that Marcus Garvey was a threat to blacks, not whites. Was a threat to blacks, and the threat was all of those different things that they got crumbs from the white man's table for their advancement as black people, free black people, that Garvey was beginning to destroy all they fought to build up. Now, I would say, if I get on both people's side, I would say, I understand W.E.B. Du Bois. See? People say, what? Oh, yeah, what? Oh. Self-preservation is the first law of nature. So here he is, existing since 1909, and then here come another element to destroy their little freedoms that they just got, their little cookies and crumbs and slice of cake that they just got from the white man, able to wear a suit and walk among the white folks. And here come this man talking about do for self, have your own, get your own government, circulate the dollars among your own people. So I understand. And here's the thing about that, y'all. And it ain't got nothing to do with race this time, what I'm about to say. God said he's ushering in his new world order. The white man, Trump, and others said they're going to bring in their new world order. Two things can't occupy the same space. One got to get out the way for the other one to exist. So even if you deal with it from the level of good and evil, this is a planet of evil. It permeates with evil and murder. Yes, good does exist, but good is covered for evil. And so if that's the case, and two things can't occupy the same space, then the way that W.E.B. Du Bois and even those today who still is sucking up to the white man and protecting him and to protect your job or whatever you got, God is saying that structure, that system is going to be removed and replaced with his system, his structure, and his world of peace. Now, I know you all keep mouthing it as preachers and telling the story, but you really don't truly know how that's going to look today in this day and time for us to know where we are in Revelation, where we are in prophecy. We're not going to know. But if you understand that if God is working this out and we're living Revelation right now, run and read it quick, y'all, because we all playing a role. We all playing a part. Somebody is the devil. Somebody is the harlot. Somebody is Jezebel. Read a little more. Told y'all I'm here. Now let's talk about the term black, because I need you all to know why we call ourselves black conscious. The name black came into prominence in 1955, 2 years before I was born. I was born in 57. And it gained wider its acceptance in the 60s. Black power. That was Black Power years in the 60s. I came up during that time. The latest name, African American, was officially ushered into existence in April 1988. And you won't see me in April celebrating African American history. And it happened at an African American summit in New Orleans, 1989. Now remember, black, 1955. Gained prominence 1960. Years later, 1989. Black is a little bit more prominent than African American. You see, Elon Musk can come over here and claim African American, but Elon Musk can't come over here and claim that he's black. That's why I told us years ago that you got to add black in front of your name. That's like a surname, almost equal to Mr. and Mrs. Because then other nationalities and races who claim to be Hebrew, who claim to be Moors, who claim to be Christians, who claim to be Muslims, or, well, Muslims, I'll just use that term. Whatever benefits, and this is how they dish out benefits, brothers and sisters, to the same degree I told you how they pick who's going to be closest to them, how the white man picks what group is going to be closest to them, and they pick them by shades and color. The same way they pick that is the same way that they're going to pick you for jobs. I know y'all don't understand this. Because see, every time, I have to be honest with you now, token Negro is a little different than what it was back then. Every time they pick a token Negro, it's a dark skin one. The light skin one ain't token no more. That's just normal. That's the way it is. But now the black dark one is the token. See, and I hate to say this, but you know, and I'm not trying to throw shade. But I've noticed that even in the Nation of Islam, it's mostly light skin. Maybe one dark skin will come up on the podium and teach. Am I lying? Look at it. Now, the reason I say I'm not throwing shade, I'm trying to say this. Don't play into the hand of the white man when we're going forward to do the things that we're supposed to be trying to do to be independent and to be for ourselves. Don't play into his hand. See, we got to deal with our people here in North America, the lost 13th tribe, descendants of slaves, I'm being specific. We got to treat that group, which is us, along a line that don't have no color but black. That's it. Not light black, not brown black, not dark black, no, black. Black. And we got to look at it like this. Because see, from black comes all colors. All colors. All shades. Just like a lump of coal being dark, real black. But from that lump of coal come all these colors of a diamond. I don't know if y'all can see it. You got to hold it back. And all those different shades, you see green, you see red like rubies. You see the little crystal clear one. You see, I don't know what the big terminology's for, but you see brown, you see gold, you see all those different colors, all coming from black. So we're talking again about a heritage. We're talking again about a birthright. You're talking about a heritage that produced every color on this planet. And that's why we are not an all-inclusive conscious movement. We are an all-inclusive black conscious movement. Conscious means woke. And so we're saying in Toma that we are woke to our blackness. We are woke to our heritage. We are woke to who we are and whose we are. Our relationship to our Father is very important. So I'm going to stop there. I'll let you all read some more if you purchase the book, Nile Valley Civilization. So as Toma, Temple of Mercy Association, one of our purposes is unity. Another one is peace. But we educate you on health, wealth, and knowledge of self. We were founded in 1990. we were incorporated in 1991. And we've been an all-inclusive, Black conscious, righteous movement, which if you really want to paint the right picture, we are nationalists because we want a nation. And we're listening to and studying people who have nationalist thought. We said the Honorable Marcus Mosiah Garvey, nationalist. We said the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, nationalist. And so we fall under that same umbrella in Toma. But we don't say religious. But in the form of unity, we know that we got to stop saying it, but some kind of way we got to show the unity. It has to be seen. And the Honorable Elijah Muhammad said the most beautiful thing that you could hear is your name, not your slave master's name. Because if you still under your slave master's name, your slave master still have a hold on you. You still his property. Just like you label an envelope or you label a package. You got a label. Wilson, son of Will, the slave master. See, and the most beautiful names out of 99 attributes of God. And you need to come out, we believe this, and know. We need to come out of our slave names, brothers and sisters, and develop God-given names. Once you, in the church world they'll say, once you are saved. In Toma, once you come into righteousness and become a believer in righteousness, and you gave up your will to do the will of God, or the will of the Creator, or whatever way you become one with the higher power, when you do that, then your name's supposed to change too. When Abraham first started out, he was Abram. But as he began to develop and grow and recognize there was a higher power involved in it, and he crossed over a river, and his name changed from Abram to Abraham. See, he removed that because he changed. When Jacob made a change, his name changed from Jacob to Israel. And so in Toma, just to show you that we are about unity, and most of our people are either Christian or Muslim or Pan-Africanist. And so my holy name is Rahim Chesed, some say Chesed, Aten. Rahim is Islamic or Arabic, and it means mercy. Chesed is Hebrew / Jewish / Christian, and it means mercy. Aten, A-T-O-N, the one God. Now this Pharaoh or king, his name was Amenhotep IV. But he changed his name when he understood the unity and the oneness of God to Aten, which was Aten, the one God. So it's the mercy of one God. So when you see us and we talking to a Muslim, he don't have to go off into all that talk. No, I'm Rahim. We get around the Hebrews or the Christians, they got to learn what and who Chesed is. When we get around the Pan-Africanists, they got to understand we study ancient Kemet. But what is this for? Just to prove that we do it? No. The game plan is, if we're here to deliver our people, and our people is caught up in these religions and these cultures, not really truly knowing who they really are. If we really want to get next to you and work with you for the good of the common cause that we all are suffering from, then we got to get past your religious and philosophical and cultural differences in order to address violence in our community on every level, domestic, gun, all. But we know that if we got missiles being fired at our heads coming out of these guns and whatnot, and rockets coming out of those big machine guns and whatnot, and we got to be dodging all of those every day and every night, and can't sit in our cars and can't even stay in our homes because a missile or a rocket will come through the window. If we got to live like that, then we need to come together. Because it don't care what your culture is, if you want to be a Hebrew or you want to be a Moor, that rocket ain't got nobody's name on it. That missile don't have nobody's name on it. And so we have a common enemy that we must fight. But we can't get caught up in our philosophies of whether we call ourselves black or Moor or Muslim or whatever. We're living together on the same block. We're walking into the same stores in the same hood and whatnot. And all they see, brothers and sisters, is niggas. That's who the other ethnic group sees. So wake up. Don't just be conscious, be black conscious. Wake up. Wake up. You heard in the opening the term Black Power. The term Black Power was given to us as a people by Professor Huey Newton, who happened to be the founder of the Black Panther Party. And he said that the definition of Black Power was the power to define, develop, and defend that which is in the best interest of black people. Now, what's wrong with that? Nothing. We should have that power. Brothers and sisters, the other ethnic groups have that power. Don't nobody define them. They already define themselves and who they are. And they will stand up and defend it if you want to challenge them. They will defend it in a minute. And so we have to begin to develop, and as we develop, we have to bring definition to it. And then as we bring definition to it, if someone want to tear it back down, we got to learn how to defend it. Because we have to defend what is in our best interest, not what's in the best interest of another group, but ours. And the definition of black, so you can understand that we don't see it as an ethnicity. We see it as a universal order that a certain race of people that was here when the earth was here falls upon them. It's universal. Black is original. Black are the carbon atoms that make up life. Mostly everything go right back to carbon on this planet. Everything, even white people, everything. Yeah, we relate to that as a people. Black is your birthplace. We were born in triple darkness. In the womb, triple darkness. That's our birthplace, darkness, black. It's the key and the basic foundation. It's the key color and basic foundation and element of which all things originate from. It's the basic key element to which all things must return. If you got burnt up in the fire, it'd be very hard to try to separate you from everything else that burnt up. Because you'd be just as black as everything else. Because you go right back to that color. You originated from it and you go back to it. Understand this, brothers and sisters. You use that as a subtitle, then you define what benefits come from being under that subtitle. And when you go out to do things, You won't get someone else saying they Muslim, but don't look like you, saying they Hebrew, but don't look like you, saying that they Islam, saying that they are more, saying that they any other group, and they don't look like you. Who you think gonna get the benefit of it? You? No, you're last. So put black in front of it. Brothers and sisters, we trying to find what name we want to define ourselves as a people here in North America. You got African descendants of slaves. You got Afro-descendant nation. You got Afro descendants of slaves. And you got all these other names that we want to define ourselves after. Brothers and sisters, we are new people on this planet. That's why you hear me say the lost 13 tribe born here in North America, descendants of slaves. And because of that, we're in the wilderness. We're in the valley. We're looking for what we can relate ourselves to. We even know that we got part Native American in us. We got a little bit of everything in us. That's why you hear me say the blood of all the nations of the world flow through our veins. We are unique people over here that we can claim a nationality. We can claim another name for ourselves and culture and look better in it than they do because we are unique people. I know y'all don't want to hear that, but this is the truth. In the book of Romans, 13th chapter, one day I'm going to teach on the number 13, verses 11 to 13, and it says, and that, knowing the time, oh, brothers and sisters, what time is it? That now it is high time to awake out of sleep. Right now, wake up out of your sleep. Shake your head. Shake some of the politics out of your head so you can see. Time to wake up out of our sleep. For now is our salvation nearer than when we believed. Did you hear that? I know you all looking at all the stuff Trump doing. But y'all need to look at the opposite of that. It ain't about all Trump doing. It's about all that we should be doing while Trump doing what he doing. Understand that. Following Trump and everything he's saying and doing, following the Democrats and everything they saying and doing. Oh, Negroes, is y'all crazy? Negroes understand that they're riding under what they was riding under when they were trying to free themselves from Britain's rule. And it was a war between the red coats and the blue coats, brothers and sisters. Now they got y'all in a war between the red states and the blue states. And you in it. Because they done offered you some snacks. Like they did when they got some of us out of the plantation and offered us our freedom if we helped them. Now you got some snacks. Yeah, I went away from a slice of the pie or a piece of cake. No, snacks. Scooby-Doo's, snacks. And we take it and run with it and living our middle class lifestyle, looking back at where you came from. Brothers and sisters, whew. The night is far spent, the day is at hand. Let us therefore cast off the works of darkness and put on the armor of light. See, light don't mean white. Light is transparent. Light is you coming into the consciousness of what things are and what it really looks like. Light is coming to know the difference between this reality and different other dimensions at the same time, and knowing which one you in, and knowing that you have the authority to move back and forth between both dimensions. Well, I know y'all didn't catch it. Let me come back. Let us walk honestly, as in the day, not rioting and drunkenness, not in chambering and wantonness, not in strife, not in envy. Brothers and sisters, this movement is called a righteous movement, not a religious movement. We don't believe nowhere that we can find that the creator of this world and of this universe created religion. It's man-made. It's man-made. The Bible says, I've never seen the righteous forsaken and his seed begging bread. Why is that? Because another scripture said, the Lord is my shepherd. I shall not want. And the shepherd takes care of his sheep. So you should not be wanting for anything. If you are wanting, then you ain't communicating with your shepherd. And he told you the ways to come. In prayer, in meditation, in your works, all the works that you put in. Then you got to be able to discern and know when that's your blessing. Because sometimes some of us miss our blessing because we don't know that was our blessing. Oh, no, that's okay. Keep it. No, you just turned your blessing away. You better know when it's God giving you your blessing. In our movement, in our bylaws, Article 1, Section 1, Toma, Temple of Mercy, said there should be one class of members, one class of citizens when we become a nation. And that class will be known as the righteous. And our ancestry is of a Nubian Kemetic origin. Why do we say Nubian? Because that's who we are. We're new beings that were created through the horrors of the transatlantic slave trade. We are new beings. But then in another level, Nubian, meaning black, was a certain area over in Africa. Nubia became Ethiopia. Nubia is Ethiopia today. But let's go before Nubia was called Nubia. Nubia was named after our ancestors that arrived here from another planet in another galaxy. Took them some years to get here, unless they knew time travel or traveling between those different portals. But the name of that land before it was Nubia, it was called Anu, A-N-U, named after the first family, the Anunnaki, that were instrumental in every part of Genesis, which in that word Genesis is the word genes, which means your beginning. And in every part of Genesis that you see and hear and read, where it said on this day we did this, on that day God did that, on this day God did that. Then he said, let us make man. I know you all don't want to break it down to what and who it really is, but you can stay with your yellow hair angels and dresses on if you want to, but we won't. It's 2025. It's time to pull the cover off of that mess. It's time to know who they really are. It's time to know what the Bible and the Holy Quran really is to man and mankind. Members of this class group, the righteous, ain't saying we're more righteous than nobody, but we know what we strive for is righteousness. Members of this class got to subscribe to the teachings of the Honorable Marcus Mosiah Garvey, to the teachings of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, and brothers and sisters, to the teachings of Yahshua, the Black Messiah, which y'all call Jesus. See, y'all think we don't believe in talking about Jesus. Yes, we do. We teach Jesus. We believe he came into the world. We believe he was born. We believe he went through a lot of sacrifice to bring information to us as a people for this day and time. For this day and time. All that other stuff that people that added to it in the churches and all of that, y'all can't even rise above it. So you really can't see him for who and what he truly was and is. is under the direction and under the guidance of the Creator's servant and representative. I am one of the servants of God. I am a messenger of God. I am a Messiah. Messiah is plural, which means anointed. I am one of the anointed. Y'all get it? Because if it's plural, you can't be the. Understand what I'm saying? And all you arrogant Negroes and Negresses coming around talking about you are the Messiah. You're not. There were messengers that came before you. There were messiahs that came before you. And there are going to be messiahs to come as long as Revelation is playing itself out. And one of God's messengers. Article 2, Section 2, a righteous member. Y'all let me know how much time I got. Oh my God. A righteous member is one who studies, subscribes to, and accepts to be a servant of the divine creator of the heavens and the earth. Through the representative, myself, Minister Rahim Kaserat, along with our Constitution and bylaws, our rules of conduct, the Holy Bible, and the Holy Quran, and our Kemetic history. To be righteous is to be morally upright. Morally, which is right conduct. Morally just, morally upright, virtuous, and law-abiding. This is who we are. This is what we stand on. Righteousness in the biblical sense is a condition of rightness. It's the standard of which is God, which is estimated according to the divine standard, divine meaning after the manner of God, which shows itself in our behavior and how we conform to God. And it has to do, above all things, with its relation to the higher power that you all call God. And with that walk before him, righteousness as it belongs to God and is of value before him, to be God-like is to be righteous. I'll stop right there. I'm going to come on tomorrow and I will put it on Facebook and the other books, and I'll be going live to finish this, what God gave me. I'm full. I would love to go longer, but I will see you all tomorrow at, I would say 3 o'clock, 3 p.m. All right? So I leave you as I greeted you in peace, hotel, shalom, assalamu alaikum, abarakani, alafia, and ashe. Peace and black power.